My name is Jenny.
And I'm Alice.
And my name is Mike.
And today we're going to introduce the battery project. And the battery we choose is the Duracell battery. And this is one of the picture of the Duracell battery. And founders of the Duracell batteries. This is the founder of the owner of the Duracell battery right now. And then his name is called Berkshire Hathaway. And then this is one of the key people who take a big role in the Duracell battery. Like these two people, they first started the Duracell battery. And this is Samuel Robert and Philip Robert Lamoury.
My part in the project is pre-manufacturing. Some of the raw materials inside a battery are steel, zinc powder, potassium hydroxide, and manganese dioxide, and copper and nickel, plastic and brass, and graphite and epoxy asphalt. Most of the zinc mining is underground, but the rest is open pit zinc mining. Some of the mines where you mine zinc are Red Dog Mine, MacArthur River Mining, Tennessee Mining, Camp Morado, and Myra Falls Mine. The Red Dog Mine is the biggest zinc mine in the whole world, and the energy transformations during mining zinc it starts as potential energy, moves to kinetic, then thermal, and then finally mechanical. The energy starts as potential energy inside the unmined zinc. Then it turns to kinetic energy when people start mining it. The kinetic energy comes from the person mining zinc. Next, it turns to thermal energy when it is made into powder and burned. Finally, it turns to mechanical energy when it is put on a manufacturing machine. The workers must meet high safety standards and be at least 18 years old to mine at the Red Dog Mine, and they must also have a high school diploma. The Red Dog Mine owners try to keep the workers very safe and give them a lot of insurance and things to keep them healthy. And it's a quote from their site is, "Excellent benefits including medical, dental, life, AD&D, and long-term disability insurance, generous paid time off, paid sick leave, and 401k. Compensation will be dependent on experience, but the longer workdays make the remuneration and package very attractive." The monthly salaries for the intermodal equipment operator is $58,000. For senior equipment operator, it is $65,000, and for track worker, it is $76,000, and motor equipment operator is $54,000. So salaries are extremely good and pays more than a lot of ordinary jobs. This is a picture of the Red Dog Mine. As you can see, it's very big and it has a lot of buildings, but most of it is just mine, and it's around tons of mountains. So it's probably not very easy to get to. And the staff probably have to travel a long way to get there each morning. Okay. The other costs for working and mining zinc are health problems such as stomach cramps, irritated skin, vomiting, nausea, and anemia. if you work in a zinc place like this, you can get metal fever, which is contagious but only lasts 2 days, and it's caused by sensitivity to zinc. A lot of zinc can also damage the pancreas. Okay, they take the zinc to a foundry where it gets burned and made into powder, and the powder is what is used in making the battery. The zinc powder has to be concealed in a container because it is very flammable, and it would be a tragedy if it burst up into flames anywhere. It can also be transported in almost any vehicle. So if it needs to go overseas, it can go in a boat. If it needs to be driven, it can go in a truck. And if it needs to fly over someplace, it can just go in an airplane. Okay, here are the other. So, for steel mines, there is the Tata Steel Mine, which is in India, and if you zoom out, that you can see that a lot of the mines are actually in the same place.
Try clicking the title. Battery project.
I think it's up here. And then, wait.
The one that looks like magnifying glass.
And zoom out now. Okay.
No. I think that's zoom out for the screen. Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, it's here.
And go there and zoom like closer because these ones are too small.
Why can't you just do something like this?
What if you double click on the map? You'll just double click on the map and move it over to India.
Use this thing. No, zoom it out more.
There we go.
Okay, so as you can see, a lot of the mines are in Australia and also in the United States. There are a few other mines spread across the rest of the world, but most of it is just in Australia and America. So, yeah.
So manufacturing is my part, and I'm going to talk about how is the battery made. So this is inside the battery. This picture shows what is inside the battery, and the process has 6 steps. So at first, the container, like the outside container, is put in with another container, and the container will put like later the negative part of the place where it's stored. Then the battery is put in with a substance that is very gloopy and greenish to the negative part of the battery. So the negative part, this substance makes the electricity of the negative part of the battery, and the negative part of the battery is made and the cap of the negative part is put into the like the negative part have a kind of glue that is like glued to the battery, and it is like a special kind of glue. It's the glue is kind of like a black color, and it looks like the top. And next, and this is the negative part of the battery. That is like put into the battery. Then the cap is like this part of the battery is first put into the battery, and this is the when the battery is done, the battery is sent to a place where like they put the design like the outside like the plastic part of the battery, and then the battery is put into the boxes and to the storage, and the battery circuit. This picture shows like how the battery works. So at the first, the electron from the negative part of the battery is sent to the electron is sent to the light bulb, and then when the light bulb uses the rest of the energy of the light, when the rest is used up, the light bulb will send the the rest of the electron back to the positive part of the battery. The energy transformation in the factory. When the machine put the needle inside the battery, it creates a mechanical energy. When the battery is finished and tested on the light bulb, the electrons send the battery sends the electron to the light bulb, and it creates a kinetic. When the light bulb like heat up, like it creates a thermal energy because the light bulb, when it light up, it creates heat and light. And the battery is stored in the storage, and the battery is waiting for it to be used, so it have a potential energy.
So how is product used? How is the battery used? So batteries are used in many different products. So we use batteries in daily life. For example, the toy cars that the kids play will need batteries to make it work. The TV remote will need batteries to let it control the TV. And also flashlight, keyboard, alarm, and this picture is a radio. So some radio may need batteries to store electricity. And also mouse and calculators. So almost all of the electricity stuff we use in daily life was powered by batteries. So product delivery.
Also, if anyone wants to look at this on their phone, they can just scan the QR code to see it. And that way they can access it. And it's also interactive, so they can just click on the different ports and lines to see where they are.
So this is one. So we found one. There's one factory. There's one Duracell factory around China, around like Shenzhen. So I found the nearest ports beside the factory in China. Then, I we researched and found that batteries is quite dangerous to went on airplanes. So most batteries deliveries went on ship. So the batteries was transported from this port to here, to this port in Taiwan, and this is all the other ports, all the others like important ports in Taiwan. So it may deliver to any of those ports. So this port is this is the biggest port in Taiwan. So the energy transformation will happen during this way from China to Taiwan will be through the ocean. The ship transforms the chemical energy into thermal energy by burning the coil into kinetic energy to move the ship. Then when the ship got to the ports in Taiwan, then the trucks gonna carry the batteries and bring them to stores like 7-Eleven or other stores that sells Duracell batteries and transform chemical energy into thermal and mechanical energy. Then, when the batteries arrive at the store and where it can be sold, it stays as chemical potential energy until it is used again. So advertising. So as we all know, Duracell battery have the famous battery energy bunnies, and whenever we saw this bunny, we will notice about this company. So the original Duracell bunny was created in 1973, and it has become one of the world's most popular and memorable commercials. And now there's even a team called Professional Bunnies in the Duracell company that create ideas for advertisements containing the battery bunnies. So here's some links of the advertisement. So the first link is the first commercial that the Duracell batteries have made.
If you put Duracell batteries into one toy and ordinary carbon batteries into all the others, you find that after just a few hours of continuous use, the ordinary batteries give off. But Duracell batteries keep going. In fact, depending on the toy, Duracell can last 2, 3, up to 6 times longer. Duracell.
So this is the first commercial the Duracell company had made for their commercials. Then here, let me show you the newest one that the Duracell company had made.
It's from Dad. I love you, baby girl.
She'll come back.
I love you, baby girl.
Daddy! Daddy, Daddy!
The ones you trust are always there.
Okay. So you can see So, and there's also other interesting commercials that I want to show. This one?
Yeah, it's really funny.
You have baby.
This was before the movie came out.
Sir, I must advise against this. The odds of survival are 608 to 1.
No choice, 3BO. My sister's in trouble. Auntie gets it.
Everything okay, bud?
I'm not sure yet. Hurry.
You're our only hope.
Lisa! What took you so long? Well, this just got interesting. Follow my lead.
Never underestimate the power of imagination.
So like Duracell batteries makes a lot of interesting commercials that make the people who saw it get more like they remember it, and so they would go and buy Duracell's like batteries. And this is like one of the reasons like it become the world's most popular commercial and also a batteries company.
Also, this whole, if you look closer, you can see that this whole rhino is made up of
The
battery
bunnies.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so you can also see the differences from the years. Like after it went to 2015, like they create like more like people will remember more because like the commercial is so like very touched on people. So recycling. So recycling single-use batteries. So usually people throw away single-use battery into their trash cans or no more trash. This is illegal in all the states and countries except for California and USA. And people are more encouraged to recycle single-use batteries in order to save the environment. And because nobody can make sure that the radioactive inside the batteries is entirely used up. So the batteries may cause danger if it's not recycled. So what ways to recycle single-use batteries? So you can first collect all the batteries you have used in your house and then recycle them during like some household hazardous waste collection events in your like apartment or like maybe these streets you guys have like you have communities that will help you do the recycle and have this household events. Or in some schools, they're willing to let students bring their used up single-use batteries for recycling. Like so, in most of the local school will accept students to like donate their used up batteries for recycle. And also, there are many recycling organizations around your city or country that welcome you to bring your used up batteries for them to be recycled. Like one of them is like everybody knows about like Shiji, like you can bring your like plastic bottles or batteries for them to recycle.
Okay, the battery risk. So some battery precautions that you should take are you can't put your single-use batteries inside the drawers without lining them up so that positive and negative don't touch. And batteries can't be kept in humid places for a long time. For example, living room drawers, plastic bags, etc. Batteries can't be put close to flammable things because they might go up in flames and you wouldn't want that to happen.
And like and examples for the first one, like negative and positive couldn't be put in drawers because when you move the drawers, like the positive and negative may like touch each other and create heat, and those accidents happened before, and you wouldn't want that to burn your house.
So how to tell if it is rechargeable or not? If you try to recharge the battery and it starts leaking black, dark, sticky thing out of it that looks like tar, then you better not touch it because it may contain poison. And if the batteries look broken down, you should throw them away right away. Some of the environmental impacts that batteries cause. Okay, so according to the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, Americans throw away more than 3 billion batteries each year. That's about 180,000 tons.
Wow.
And more than 86,000 of this single-use batteries. It shows that we are making progress because almost more than half of those tons were for reusable ones, and they only threw them away once they'd been reused enough. But it's not good enough. We still need to try harder. And most of the materials in the batteries are harmful for the landfill. So after batteries pollute the land, that can't be used again for agriculture or planting. The pollution will also damage the air we breathe and the water we drink. The rechargeable batteries have heavier metal, and the pollution might damage your lung system, kidney disease, or even death.
So our conclusion.
What have we learned? I have learned that before I was so naive to everything that goes into just a flashlight or alarm or anything really. Each raw material takes work to mine or get, and people don't really pay attention to that. And they all just take it for granted.
And from this project, I've learned more about the item I practically use everyday life, the batteries. I also improved my skill at researching and finding keywords. And this skill can help me in other classes except for science. I really enjoy working on this project with my classmates, and most of the time we really enjoy it. But sometimes we got so frustrated about questions that we couldn't find the answer. But it's good to have a challenge sometimes.
So at first, I don't even know how a battery works. But over time, I researched how a battery works. And when I didn't even research it, and then I didn't know that we cannot throw battery inside the trash can. And my father only told me to put the finished battery into a box, and then you will throw it away. And then I learned a lot about how a battery is used, and I learned that a small little battery has a lot of process too. Not you got the battery and then you think, oh, this is just very small, and then you can just throw away. But this people use a lot of time to make one of these batteries. So bibliography.
You can just click on it, you don't need to do that.
So this is a pre-manufacturing site
Continue.
And manufacturing
Wow.
site.
and product use and transportation site and
Oh,
other
other
sites.
Okay, so this is a special credit to our mentor from 12th grade, Cameron Chen.
She helped us a lot during our research and help us understand more of the words.
Okay, the end.
So this is the end of our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it.
Very good. My name is Shintaro.
My name is Aina.
Hi, my name is Alex.
And in this global economics project, we'll talk about the production of Coca-Cola. So let's start right in by starting with pre-manufacturing. So total materials used in Coca-Cola. High fructose corn syrup is mainly used in Coca-Cola as their sugar. And the bottle of Coca-Cola has 600 ml of sugar, and 15 teaspoons of legit sugar. So that's a lot of sweets, and you shouldn't probably drink it, but and then it also has traces amount of cinnamon, which is healthy, but there's only a little bit, lime, and carbon dioxide. So that's the first material is highest Frisco corn syrup, a main material in Coca-Cola factory, and it is like cheaper than this material is cheaper than sugar because it's mass produced by the U.S. Since it's made by corn, U.S. has an area called Corn Belt, which has a lot of like corn, which they could use in the factory, and so yeah, this is basically the cheapest sweetener in the whole wide world. Steps to make so this is HFCS stands for high Frisco sugar. Okay. Corn starch. The middle and soft area of the corn is separated and from an inner gem and the outer shell. After the outer shell and inner gem are removed, they're sent to a factory and cleaned. And then the fermentation process called hydroacid and then heated under pressure. And then it is filtered furthermore to evaporate and lessen the water from the syrup itself to make it more sweet. And the transformation, energy transformation that happens here is the syrup is evaporated further, making thermal energy. And to make that thermal energy, they need mechanical energy too, which is used for and the thermal energy is later used, either cooled or used for the rest of the factory. Lime is planted in southern Iraq and Persia on the lime farms. This fruit is really healthy, but not as healthy as lemons, because lemon is the most healthy, but still a lot of vitamin C. An average lime worker works between 20 hours and 30 hours per week, and the rate of payment is $14. Probably not the best job you could ever have. So, aluminum. Aluminum doesn't come naturally from the ground. If you guys don't know, it's composed of 270 materials in the earth, which is making it the third most abundant resources on earth. Hydrogen and nitrogen is the two materials that has more amount than aluminum. It is also completely reusable and won't get smaller. So take a note, when you're drinking Coca-Cola, always recycle the can, because no matter what they do to it, the can will still remain the same size. So the main thing that composes aluminum is bauxite. In modern days, the bauxite is mainly found in Australia, but before, when we're in like World War I or something, it's mainly found in France. So yeah. Steps to make aluminum. They make aluminum by separating iron oxide and aluminum oxide from bauxite. Then it is heated and filtered. After that, it's separated and melted and ready to be put in a mold and made into different shapes like you see here. And the energy transformation that happened here is mechanical energy you first transport the aluminum to the factory, so mechanical energy, and then they put it on the machine, so it's still mechanical energy, and then it's heated and melted, causing thermal energy. Okay, I'm clicking. Cinnamon. A true cinnamon grows in South India, and the cinnamon sticks, which is like these, came from trees. Cinnamons are like there's only a little bit in Coca-Cola, since it's the second most expensive spices in the world, even more than vanilla. But yeah, so it has a benefit of lowering your blood sugar level, which no wonder why they have it, and also yeah, that's pretty much the benefits and understand them. And it also may have a chance to stop cancer. Transportation. The way they transport cinnamon is by ships, truck, and railroads. And also not really a lot of planes, because cinnamon needs a certain amount of humidity and temperature. So yeah, planes will kind of quote unquote ruin it. And we're focusing on the transportation in India, since most cinnamon came from India. A box in India is about 2.83 meters diameter. And cinnamon usually go up straight in a box, making them prevent the cinnamon, making them they go like this, up straight. So if a cinnamon is about 4 inches in length and 2 inches width, so you can fit about 56 cinnamon sticks in a box that is that big. And cinnamon weighs about 4 grams each. So one box is about 224 grams. 2 boxes is about half a kg, and half a kg costs $13 to ship from USA to Taiwan. The average cocoa ship could carry up to 1,200 TEU, which equals to 24,000 boxes. So if the whole ship is only carrying cinnamon sticks, it will be about that much, $156,000 worth of transportation costs. Final calculation. So that page is pretty messy, I have to admit. I can't make it any simpler. So we have everything now to find out how much one cinnamon sticks costs to transport it from India to US and to Taiwan. So the transportation cost for one cinnamon stick, 2,400, which is the amount of boxes, times 56, which is about 1,344,000 cinnamon sticks. Then divide that by 156,000 transportation costs, so you have to divide that. And you have the cost of the transportation per stick. The cost is about $14. For one cinnamon stick is about $14, that much. Yeah. So that much. They only earn about 0.86 cents per cinnamon sticks, but this is the amount of cinnamon sticks they have in the truck, in the cargo ship itself. So that's a lot of profits, though. And this is the biggest surprise in Coca-Cola history. When Coca-Cola is first made in 1886, it is modeled and it's like really famous. It won the Cola Awards. And then suddenly in 1903, the Crown found out there's actually trace amount of cocaine, which is a kind of drugs that you never want to do. If you don't know, cocaine makes people excited because it kind of like excites their membrane cells. And the company refused to remove it completely until 1926. So basically, until 1926, you're eating drugs. So here you go. I'm not trying to promote drugs, so don't kill me. But yeah, so yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the pre-manufacturing.
Manufacturing, and I'm going to introduce about the manufacturing of Coca-Cola. So making the can. The factory imports a big sheet of aluminum that weighs about 9 tons. And from that one, and it is quite amazing because the aluminum sheets you use in your home to cook or whatever is very light, and they have 9 tons of it, which is pretty amazing. And from one aluminum roll, you can make 75,000 cans. And how they make the aluminum is by flattening out a big sheet of aluminum that is mined from other places in the world. So the sheet is sent. The roll of aluminum is sent into a machine, and then the machine pokes like discs like that, and then it is about 14 centimeters in diameter. And after that, they bend the disc so that it will become a shape of a can. And all the other leftover aluminum is packed and sent into factories that will recycle them, which will be. And I said that the disc will be bent into a can, and after that the cans will be sent into a machine, and then what they use to clean it is hydrofluoric acid, deionized water, and neutral water, all in 60 degrees Celsius. So now the cans are sent into this machine, and this machine can color up to 5 colors. And as you can see here, there's like a
This is a slow motion of the can falling down.
Yeah.
And this slow motion is slowed by twice. They can produce up to 1,800 cans per minute.
And there's a cast on the machine which will put the logo on the can. And now the cans are put into a gigantic oven. Okay. And then it will be heated. Before that, they put a layer of varnish on the on top of the paint. And varnish is something like this, and it's kind of like wax, and it makes it like shinier kind of, and it protects the layer of paint. And the cans are put into an oven that will heat it up and dry the paint in varnish. Next, the cans are seen through an X-ray that will be checked and seeing if there are any ink inside or any other trash or leftover aluminum inside the can or not. And if there isn't any things in the can, the cans are stacked up together and put into storages and later sent to factories that make the drink. So how they make the base of the drink is basically mixing sugar, corn syrup, and water.
And a lot of them.
Yeah. And yeah, they mix all of these in a gigantic pot thingy. and then next they mix all these ingredients, which include citric, caffeine, extract, vanilla, Fe cocoa, citric acid, and lime juice. So citric acid is something that's in lemons, and it is very healthy. So it's not acid that will make your stomach blow up. And I think citric caffeine is not what you should put in Coca-Cola, because it's for it's like kind of medicine that will cure infants that don't breathe well. Is it true? 'Cause,
Which one was that?
citric.
Citric acid. Citric simply means it's coming from a citric fruit, lemons, limes, grapefruit. Not harmful in and of itself, but too much of it, a baby's digestive system probably can't handle things that are very acidic.
And next, as I showed you, the Coca-Cola cans are put into a machine, and the gigantic pot will pour the drink into the can, and now the cans will be put into storage and sent to stores.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about product delivery and material use. In a Coca-Cola delivery, the material used is trucks, workers, railroads, traffic lights, and also we need boxes to hold Coca-Cola cans. So it will be more easy to transport, and it won't fall off easily. You need those materials in order to success a Coca-Cola delivery. And we need to control the security of the container, and we need enough fuel to make the truck move. The supplier must demonstrate the security of the delivery container to check if container has problem or not. Sometimes the cans are poisonous, and it must be checked before being delivered.
So when he means poisonous, he means like some ink could be left inside the can. And like when Charles said, they put a layer of shiny things like wax outside. They also put it inside because that wax isn't poisonous, and also it stops the aluminum from getting, kind of dissolved because of the the oxide in the drink.
And stop the drinks from tasting like metal.
And you can see from the material product delivery. Okay, the human and fuel energy used in Coca-Cola delivery is fuel and gasoline used in trucks or transportation. The residues and pollutant is carbon dioxide or maybe diesel exhaust. Diesel exhaust means the gas that is released from trucks or cars, and it will pollute air. The other cause for Coca-Cola delivery is global warming because the gas pollute the air. See this?
Nope.
See this polar bear. Okay, this is picture of product. Okay, I'm gonna show you one little quick video.
That's 3 minutes.
No, just
Is it bad? It looks like Mr. Cole. You look like Christopher Robin.
okay.
No.
So handsome.
Guys, so if you're
Okay.
buying Coca-Cola, always buy something in the top row, as you can see here.
Okay. Okay. The Coca-Cola workers spend whole day delivering and putting the Coca-Cola cans into the store. Okay. And they do this job every single day and trying to make some money. And this is not an easy job. So, and you can see from his face, he is a little bit angry. He don't want to do this job.
Of course he did.
Okay. Here is Coca-Cola average payment rate. A worker in a factory get paid about $12 to $15 a day, and account manager get paid about $38,449 a day. No, a month. Sorry. Sorry.
Wait, what? That's
No, I think that's probably a year. Well, I don't, are you in New Taiwan dollars or American dollars?
Dollars is American.
Probably American. So that'd be a year.
I find out. And
You were this close to losing me.
Yeah,
I was gonna go right there and get that job a day.
Yeah, I think
no,
probably.
it's sorry.
year.
It's
I'm going to Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Delivery driver get paid about $28,076
A year.
a year. Yes.
we can have to drive the cars.
Yes.
Adele.
Warehouse supervisor get paid about $35,922 a year.
A year.
And every merchandiser pay about $19,000 to $38,000 to buy Coca-Cola every day. And sometimes can even get to $50,000 a day.
Oh my god.
This is picture of material using restaurant. Okay. Continue. The residues or pollutant of Coca-Cola is trash, can, and packaging. The other cause of the Coca-Cola is that it will affect our health because it has some chemicals inside. And when you drink too much, you will get asthma, diabetes, heart disease, diabetes, fat, and obesity. And you will feel really bad. But drinking some Coca-Cola a day will not really affect that much. But try to not drink too much Coca-Cola a day.
What is asthma?
Like a kind of disease.
Asthma?
Asthma, right?
I think that's what.
A lot of people like to drink Coca-Cola and they get sick. Sometimes people even die when they drink too much Coca-Cola. I suggest you to not drink too much Coca-Cola a day. Cycling.
So here we talk about how much materials they recycled into something useful. The possible things that could be recycled from this product is the can. Because since it's made of aluminum, as I said before, it will never get smaller. So you can keep recycling it, and the factories could make more cans. Also, not only aluminum cans. If you have glass bottles, you can still give it back to the factory. They'll clean it and they'll make more Coca-Cola out of that.
Thank you.
So now we talk about our feelings about this project.
Ring first.
So I felt that this project was important because it was important to us in the environment, and the way it's important to our environment is I think this project shows that we need to recycle more, because if we don't recycle and just throw away all the aluminum cans or the glass bottles, the factory will have to pay more money, and if we really throw away too much glass bottles and aluminum cans, the factory might raise the price of the Coca-Cola can.
Okay.
My turn.
My turn.
No.
I think this project is really cool. When I first researched on Coca-Cola, I don't know, when we drink too much Coca-Cola, one day we will die. I'm scared. So I learned that, and I'm very happy.
Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so the lessons I learned from Coca-Cola is that aluminum is reusable. Okay, so the lesson I learned from this is that aluminum is reusable. So that before I never knew that it's infinite uses and you can keep recycling it; it'll be the same size. So now I know that, and also I learned that cocaine is bad for your health and never use it. And this project made me to find out research skills and keywords to use. Also, other ways to do a project, including Google Maps and QR codes, could really help because of Mrs. Mini lessons.
Thank you.
Okay, good job, guys.